Afternoon, everybody. Clint Endersby with the market report for the 17th of September. A few more numbers today. Just over 450 cattle yarded. Very good quality, especially in the heavy end. There was a few grassy cattle there showing a bit of condition, and a few more supplementary fed cattle. Started off on the bulls, and they were very solid to a little bit stronger again. Most of the bulls today were 420 to 430. But a very nice run of bulls to start with. They all had plenty of weight and plenty of condition. So those bulls in that 700 to 1,000 kilos, 420 to 430, and just a couple of dairy breed bulls, which still made their 370s and 380s. So they were very strong. The cow market had some nice cows, but probably lacked a little bit of weight just overall, but still the very top end of the cows weighing 700 kilos, 700 plus. They got out to $4.30, 435 were the best pen of cows there. What was probably a bit dearer than last week, probably 10 or 15 cents better, was the middle run of cows and even the dairy breed cows. So that next run under that were making 360 or 70 last week, now they were making 380 to $4 in places. Even had some dairy cows top out at 403. So that middle run of cows, they were 10 or 15 better. Light cows today, bit more store interest on them. They were firm to marginally dearer. Those cows weighing 400 to 460 or 70 kilos in fairly plain and light condition, $3 to $3.50. Anything a bit younger and going back to the paddock makes 350 to 380. Heavy steers had a couple of nice pens of good heavy steers. One pen off the grass there. They topped out at $4.99 for just under 700 kilos. And then onto some grainies. They topped out at $4.95, I think, for the steers, and the heifers made $4.90. So not much change there between the steer and the heifer, and that job was probably 10 cents better than last week. The feeder job, few and far between. They're still pretty hard to find a genuine feeder weighing 350 to 450 kilos. There's not many genuine Angus steers in that weight bracket here at the moment, and a few coloured steers, but the best of those Angus steers might have only had a dozen of them, and they're all sold in ones and twos, and they topped out at 490. But all of them made 480 to 490, and the coloured steer made the same money. In the heifer proportion, pretty similar. If you've got an Angus heifer in that bracket that's genuine, not in calf, she'll make somewhere between 450 to 480, and the coloured heifer is making the same money. The stores going back to the paddock, couple of good pens of steers there, about 250 to 300 kilos. Couple of good pens of steers there that made out to $5.59 and $5.63 for some good Angus steers, right on 300 kilos. Once we dropped away from that, we're into the ones and twos. They were just a little bit sticky today. There was calves there in the 420 to 480 bracket, but again, they were the ones and twos. They're a little bit bits and pieces, and probably not quite have the breeding and the type of the straight lines. Had some little light calves, same story, topped out $5.60 if you got 6 or 8 or 10 of them in a pen. Nice little Angus steers. But again, if you drop off the breeding and a little bit dry or a little bit weight for age, not quite there. Some of those heifers are back $3.50 to $4. As I said, pretty solid sale right through. Heavy cattle in general, heavy cattle were 10 to 15 better. The lighter cattle, yeah, if you got the right article, they're selling very well, and they were fully firm, but if they were just a bit off and we had a few numbers of them, that job was just a fraction softer today. But anyway, the sun seems to be coming out. We get a bit of grass to grow, so hopefully we yard a few more again next week, and see you then. Thanks.